This video is going to be about firing of a bureaucrat. This is something that's extremely difficult to do. And these are all the bullet points. I get this from page 390 in your textbooks. So if an employee must be given a written notice at least 30 days in advance that they will be fired or demoted, must contain a statement of reasons, giving specific examples of unacceptable performance, then the employee has the right to an attorney and to reply orally or in writing to the charges. They have the right to appeal to a Merit System Protection Board. This board is appointed by the President with the consent of the Senate. This board must grant the employee a hearing at which the employee has the right to have an attorney present. The employee has the right to appeal their decision to the U.S. Court of Appeals, which can hold new hearings. So this process is long and drawn out. It is virtually impossible to fire someone who is a civil service person. So some of the things that they do to bypass firing, they try to force them out. They try to make these people as uncomfortable as they possibly can. So what a senior official can do is to deny promotions to these people. They can transfer them to undesirable locations. You'll oftentimes on movies and things like that see people being threatened that they're going to be, transferred to Siberia or somewhere that's, just way out there, Alaska or anywhere like that. You can assign them to meaningless work. So I have put 2 videos on here. The Whistleblowers Protection Act of 1989. One of the things that we're going to talk about when we look at this agency point of view is that the senior officials come and go based on who the president is. We know cabinet officials changed when we changed president, but the millions of people who work for the federal government on a day-to-day basis, those people don't change. So it's not like the president comes in and, everyone who works in the federal government is gone. Most of these people have worked in these agencies for years and years and years. And so even if someone comes in who does not necessarily reflect the average person's ideological preference, they still tend to work together. But sometimes they don't, and sometimes some of these workers try to sabotage what's going on or even tell on the officials that are going on. And so this Whistleblower Protection Act of 1989 protects people who are your day-to-day workers who see something going wrong in the upper levels of these agencies and tell on them. Agency point of view, this is kind of just taking that a little bit further. Agencies are staffed by people recruited by the agency, and sometimes this is on a name request basis. If you want someone specific to work for you, there's a process that you have to go through. We know, we just talked about, they're pretty much immune from dismissal. These are dominated by people who have not served in any other agency. They've devoted their life to either working in the State Department or the Agriculture Department or whatever. These people are loyal and have been there forever. The top tier bureaucrats are experts in procedures and policy in their agencies. And there's substantial continuity in agency behavior no matter which political party happens to be in power. And that's what I just said. It doesn't matter, when Barack Obama left and Donald Trump came in, or, in the future, whatever party it is. It just continues to go on. Things, we just don't see wholesale reversals in everything. So these new top-tier bureaucrats must win the support of their subordinates, or they have an opportunity, these lower-level employees, to sabotage what's going on. And I don't mean maybe necessarily overtly, but they can delay action, they can slow down, they can withhold information from the top tier, they can follow rules with literal exactness. And that might sound like that's not a bad thing, but if your boss asks you to do something and you just look at them and say, it's not my job, as opposed to being a team player. Or they can go around their superior and go straight to a member of Congress. And once again, this starts to look like that whistleblowing.